expecting winter-like beautiful weather for the entire week into the weekend. That's because I'm tracking several cold fronts, which means get used to the beautiful weather. A live look from our GenPro.com camera. You can see some high clouds overhead. Otherwise, that sunshine sure does feel nice. Temperatures sitting in the upper 50s and the lower 60s. Right now, 62 out in Brenham. Down on the island, 57 degrees. Everybody just seeing some light winds, 3 to 5 miles per hour coming in from the northeast. Now, Storm Tracker 2, we have been tracking some very light rain showers. I wonder if all of this is even reaching the surface because we're so dry out there. It's possible the rain is evaporating before it reaches the ground. That's officially called Virga, but nonetheless, Columbus down to El Campo and Jackson County, it is possible we can see some very light rain showers. Not going to see very high accumulations. If anything, it's just a bit annoying as you're watching the Texans game. Our forecast tonight cooling into the 40s. But I'll tell you what, if you're a boater, there's a chance your boat is currently stuck in the mud. I say that because water levels are so low, especially around the bays. That means we've got an increased risk of vessel grounding. So please, only experienced mariners in the bay. When the water level is that low, it can expose things that are typically deep underwater. As for our air temperature, really pleasant to start our evening. Upper 50s and the lower 60s. This is actually very seasonal for this time of year. Our normal high today is 63 degrees. So this is a lot more normal compared to the 80s we started off the year. Planning forecast this evening, you can see temperatures quickly taking a tumble into the mid 40s by tomorrow morning. And then through the day tomorrow, we are going to be tracking a slight chance for rain showers, similar to what some folks are seeing out to the west. Just some light drizzle, mist, nothing particularly heavy. Accumulations less than 1/10 of an inch. Wednesday up to 68. Before we plummet back into the 50s. Let me show you what that looks like in our future track. You can see areas to the south and west of Houston have a higher likelihood of seeing those light rain showers tomorrow. And then as we head into Wednesday, ahead of that cold front, winds will come in from the southwest and that westerly component helping us reach nearly 70 degrees before that front moves through. Not going to bring any rain chances, but it will kick up our winds as we head into Wednesday afternoon. That means if you suffer from allergies such as cedar tree pollen, that cold front likely going to be ramping up the cedar fever. Otherwise, our 10-day forecast showing with it, our first front moves through on Wednesday. That's going to bring us into the 50s. And then a secondary front passes through Saturday morning, which is why you'll notice meteorologist Caroline Brown, we finally have a week that actually feels like winter. So far, we've seen a lot of days well above average, but not this week. In fact, temperatures as we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, highs in the 60s. This is much more seasonal than when we're talking about the 80s. Now, you will notice we're warming up over the next 3 days. Also tomorrow, a 20% chance of showers. Consider that more like a 10 to 20% chance. The further inland you go, the less likely it is, and nobody's going to see more than 1/10 of an inch. So just a few sprinkles spitting at you possible tomorrow. Future track is going to show some light rain possible, especially to the south and west of Houston. Those rain showers possible on Tuesday, and then into Wednesday ahead of our cold front, winds will be from the southwest. That westerly component going to help us reach the upper 60s before our cold front slams through Wednesday afternoon. Not going to bring any storm chances, but it might be a bit breezy behind the front. All of those winds bringing in our much cooler weather. Take a look at our morning lows over the next 5 days in the 40s. But Thursday and Friday, I put a low of 40 here in Houston. That means elsewhere across southeast Texas, we're talking mid and upper 30s. So it is going to be a cool week and high temperatures back to the 50s and the 60s. We've got several cold fronts coming through, which is why you're going to notice temperatures staying very